So this isn't as much a commentary on Serene Coast. I don't think either team does anything particularly special. Just more highlighting the 4502B. They made some changes to this tank in 9.2. Most notably, they changed the front hull armor, but the upper and the lower glaciers are now 200 millimeters. So I get a lot of questions like, "Oh, is this the most OP tank in the tier now?" No, it's definitely not. It's slightly better, but it's still probably average, middle of the pack. The E75 as a heavy is a much better heavy than the 4502B still, primarily because the the hull armor on the sides of this tank are 100 millimeters, which isn't quite enough to side scrape totally or reverse peekaboo totally effectively. But what this tank does have going for it, one, is that puppies still haven't quite adjusted on how to shoot at it. And two, you can sort of take advantage of the fact that you have this really strong frontal armor by keeping everything in front of you as much as possible. And that's what I'm going to try to demonstrate here. And so there's no arty. I'm going down the middle because, yay. And I think this Chafee's going to light a couple things. And so what I want to see again, what I always want to see is what their dispersion looks like. So I know that they've sent, 4 or 5 tanks this way, right, including at least 2 of their 9s. The T30 is right there, and that STI. They have an IS-8 up here. They have a Tiger 2, and then so I can see that this Tiger 2 is driving down into here. And I don't want to be flanked by these guys over here, because that's the danger in this tank, is that you can get shot in the flanks really easily. And I pass up this Chafee, and he ammo racks me, which is fantastic. But that just sort of highlights the weakness of the tank on the sides, because a Chafee with regular AP shells can pen me easily just through the side. But like this Tiger 2 that was trying to shoot me frontally is going to really struggle. And so I can see that their IS-8 is in the background, but I can keep this Tiger 2 in front of me, so it's not too much of a problem. So given what we've seen so far, we haven't seen the rest of their tanks, right? We see that they have even another 9 over here, the Patton. And then what I see is that as I am shooting at this IS-8, right, I see this IS-3 coming down here, and then suddenly I'm in a dangerous position where this Tiger 2 can shoot me in the side, and this IS-3 can potentially shoot me in the side. So what I need to do is just minimize the number of firing lanes that they have on me. So what I'm going to do is just basically head towards this Tiger first, so that the IS and the IS-8 can't shoot me. The IS-8 ended up going around this way, and see we have our IS-8 coming in here. And so all I'm trying to do is keep both of these guys in front of me. So the Tiger has been able to damage me twice, the IS hasn't. And so essentially what I always want to do is I want to be able to kill the guy first that is the greatest threat to me. And then I want to kind of lead with my front. And then see now how I have all these tanks in front of me, and I'll keep glancing over at this IS-8 to make sure that he's still alive, because basically he's protecting my flank. And then right there, that shot that Tiger took on me right there, you'll see that it went through my side armor. So even though I'm at, I don't know, it's not that much of an angle, it's maybe like 30 degrees or so, he's able to go right through my side armor still. So that just highlights how much of a weakness that particular angle is. And so, again, what you really want to do is lead with your front as much as you can, and that's going to minimize the amount of side pens that you'll have. And I was able to take out the Tiger 2. Tiger 2 is the only person who's really damaged me so far besides the Chafee. And then, so that IS-3 backed off, but I can't just charge in there, otherwise the IS is going to be able to shoot me. But the IS is going to oblige me by driving forward, and I'm going to make him happy by not actually doing any damage. So he's firing HE now, so he's not too concerned about that. This IS-8 that was over here died, right? So I'm going to get some side back pressure on that IS. But their IS-3 pushed up here, so I'm not that concerned. Like, I can push forward into that IS now because this IS-3 isn't going to be on my flank. And I'm looking over here. Given what we have over here, we should win this over here. So my next focus is going to be on this this IS-3. and this IS-3 wasn't damaged yet, but this Chafee was proxy spotting him, and so it's just about bringing guns to bear. And then I bump him here, and I track myself, which is interesting. I didn't think I was traveling at quite that speed to track myself. And then this is what I was saying, like, you shoot at the mohawk of the IS-3, that's where you shoot, just basically right above the gun mantlet, and it'll go right through. Of course, he damaged my gun. And then it's pretty much just cleanup, right? So we know that these guys will probably be okay over here. We haven't seen the T-30 in a while. And I have a damaged gun now, so I can't shoot this 1390. But this 1390, there's no way that he can pen me, especially with AP. The AP pen on the 1390 is 170. And so the T-30 is still here. And then so essentially what I want to do, I have a damaged gun, so I need to be relatively close to them. But the T-30 can go through my turret even, so I need to be careful with how I approach this side. So I'm basically going to use the terrain here. The T-30 is behind that rock, so he doesn't actually even know that I'm here. And then this tank also doesn't have great depression, so I had to roll back in there. And then I was waiting to see the T-30 turn towards me, but he was, so I pushed forward, and then now I'm under this hill here where he can't just shoot me easily. And there's still no chance for that 1390 to pen me. And then I was going to go after the T-30, but then he got killed by those guys. But anyways, I think that's pretty much what you want to do with 4502B. I think if at all possible, try to lead with your front, even around corners. You don't want them to be able to track you as you come around the corner, so that's something that you have to watch for. But you know, try to abuse the good point on the tank, which is the fact that it has that trolley frontal hull armor, and just try to protect your sides and try to keep everything in front of you, which is difficult because it's slow traverse, you know, slow moving tank.